Welcome to the Brand Split Podcast. I'm here with my friend Young Baca. How you doing,
man? What's poppin'?
Before we get started, rest in peace, Muhammad Ali.
Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali, man.
All right, let's go.
Now it's going to make it extremely awkward for us to call LeBron James a faggot and laugh about these stupid things after we just said rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. We should have saved it to the end of the episode, which is fine. And it didn't help the situation when we walked into the recording studio that young one was telling us the story about how he saw a dead man last night.
Yeah.
Now it puts things in perspective. It's going to be hard for us to talk about wrestling and talking about people being gay and battle rappers after he drops his bomb on us.
I think LeBron James' sexual orientation is straight, though.
I don't know, dude. You seen some of the dances he does with Dwayne Wade?
I've seen some of those dances, but I still think he's straight.
Yeah. What do you think? Let's knock it out. This is going to come out next week.
Yeah, so the finals will still be going on.
So let's talk about what do you think about Game 1? Sean Livingston
Dude, okay, let's
beating
talk about Game 1.
LeBron James.
Lex was sitting right next to me, and he was saying LeBron was a bitch the entire. And like halfway through the fourth, I just had to straight up say like, "Yo, bro, I can't." I was getting so irritated with Lex because the Cavs were down by 10 like the whole game.
Yeah, but in the third quarter they would trade in the leads, and then all of a sudden you look up and now the Cavs are down by 13.
So I don't know what it was. Kevin Love was missing layups and shooting threes.
Kevin Love has to be one of the softest men on this planet, right?
I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes he plays really soft.
Most of the time he plays really soft.
The most annoying position in the NBA right now is the stretch four.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what it is.
But that's the game now. That's
as a Clippers fan, Doc Rivers has been trying to get a stretch four, and I'm like, don't get a stretch four, just get a power forward to play behind Blake.
Just going off that, what do you think about Austin Rivers testing free agency? That has to be an awkward conversation. Your dad's the president, so you're trying to have your dad sign you, or maybe you're not. Your dad's saying you're worth $8 million. You're saying you're worth $12 million. It has to be an awkward conversation, right?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this is the peak in Austin Rivers' career.
No, for sure.
He has to get as much money as he can.
Yeah, and that's what he's thinking. But it still has to be an awkward conversation when your dad tells you you're not worth $12 million or $10 million.
Yeah.
And
or the conversation probably went like, yeah, I'll give you that much money, son, but DeAndre is making like $20 million, so you're not.
What about DeAndre Jordan being named first team NBA?
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins, baby.
I would admit I think DeMarcus is better center, but I think DeAndre probably had a better year because when Blake got hurt, DeAndre's numbers just jumped.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would go DeMarcus and then a dude from Detroit whose name I can't think of right now that can't hit a free throw to save his life.
Neither can DeAndre. So
yeah.
I think you have to shoot under 50% to make the first
to
team.
be the first team center.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's not that hard, but like you said, you shot 90% in your illustrious career, your basketball career.
Yeah.
I mean, I could make 5 out of 10 free throws. I don't understand why it's so hard for big men to make free throws.
I think, well, DeAndre never plays offense. Like, when he was in college, he was just a defensive force. He's still just a defensive force.
Yeah, but it's easy for them to lob it up, and he just takes it down.
So, take him, who could barely even catch a rebound sometimes, and move him 15 feet away from the basket with at the Staples Center, it's probably quiet.
Yeah.
And then that's
because they give him the respect.
And that's hard to shoot when it's completely quiet in the gym and there's 20,000 people.
It's harder to shoot it when it's completely quiet as opposed to people screaming in
your
face.
I was going to get to the point where even now it's away game and everyone's screaming in your face.
Screaming at you.
So I think it's just like it's the middle of like he just doesn't know. Like it's just not going to happen for DeAndre.
DeAndre Jordan has to be a bad guy, right? You could just tell in his personal life he's just an awful guy.
Are you going based on the Dallas Mavericks thing?
Yeah, that's a bad guy.
I think me and you have already...
He looks like he slaps his women around. I'm not saying DeMarcus Cousins doesn't, but DeMarcus is a cool dude.
I would say...
So he gets a pass.
Me and you always have a difference on how the offseason works.
What does that mean?
Like how free agents should go to other teams and if they should call their previous team.
Oh, no. But to tell a team, I'm going to go to the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban and the team's going to put away a set amount of money for you, so they're not going to go after other max free agents because you can't pay two guys $100 million. That's a bad guy.
It's a dick move.
It's a bad guy.
But as a bias,
it's a bad
guy.
But
as a Clipper fan, as a bias, I'm glad he came back.
No, yeah.
But at the same time,
kind of wish he didn't.
But
right?
at the same time, Blake, Chris Paul, and DeAndre are now taking up so much money that they can't get anybody else. But
you got this offseason, you got to get rid of one of them.
But as a Clipper fan, we've had a history of that same thing where Elton Brand told Baron Davis, yo, we're going to join the Clippers. We're going to try to make a championship run.
Which is illegal.
And so Baron Davis, he signed the dotted line. He went to the Clippers. And then Elton Brand was like, No, I'm going to go to Philadelphia.
And that's what he gets. He gets to go to Philadelphia, and he gets to just sizzle out in different teams.
He wasn't fully recovered from his injury, and he totally shit the bed in Philadelphia.
But you know what? He should get as much money as he can. There's a delicate line where it's a business, and you should try to get as much money as you can. But you still have to be a man, right? You still have to stick to your word. That's all you got.
Yeah,
that's what my boy Scarface taught me.
So like,
that's why I get most of my life lessons from Scarface.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think we should discuss.
Pretty much why I'm sitting here with a 40-ounce in my hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should discuss our outfits right now.
Let's talk about the completely different outfits.
Young Baca's dressed like he's gonna see Soccer Realm at a park right now. Well, he's wearing Laker jersey. Ron Artest, not Meta World Peace, right? It's Ron Artest.
About 7 years old.
Okay, with no shirt under. A blue Dodgers hat. And a 40-ounce, just chilling. Like the only New York thing about him is his Timbs.
Timberlands too. You know
the Timbs. Those are kind of New York. Though.
If I had the Cortezes on, it would complete the outfit.
you'd be the most intimidating guy in Van
And now
Nuys.
describe your outfit, your Westbrook type outfit.
I have jeans on with what player is that again? Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook, yeah.
Okay, with my knee cutting out.
Don't laugh at his fucking jokes.
And
did you want to kiss me after this? But you're gonna laugh at his jokes. Go ahead.
I
was talking to young one.
Blackish Hawaiian shirt.
A what?
A blackish. It's like it's not full black, but it's like
not black.
It's like light skin. It's like light skin black.
What the hell's wrong with you? No, that's not light skin black at all. Light skin black's like yellow.
It's like charcoal gray.
Yeah.
But you can tell there's black
There's no
dots.
black in it. It's gray. Who here thinks there's black in a t-shirt? Nobody.
Okay, I'm sorry. Then.
Yeah, that's apology accepted. What? And it just, I'm clean shaved. I got a shaved head, and you have a man bun going on like it's longer and longer every time
I've
I see
had the
you.
man bun going on.
It looks good,
though.
man. What point do you shave the man bun? Or is just that's who you are now? You accept it. You and Jeremy Lin.
I would probably, me and Jeremy Lin hit each other up every weekend and talk about our man buns.
Yeah.
I would say I'll probably shave it if I have a serious job interview or something.
Okay, because you don't feel like it's a good look to go in with the man bun.
It depends. Like if I was in Portland, I'd be like,
I'm not. In Portland, you expected to have the man bun.
Yeah, if I shaved my head, they would be like, hey, you should have a man bun if you apply for this job. Yeah, I'll probably shave it if I got a serious job interview, but I'm not really looking for work right now. So.
Let's go back to the Cavs game we were talking about. LeBron James, a bad player, right?
Whatever.
Bad player, bad guy. Sean Livingston's the new god doing his thing. They held.
Sean Livingston was a Clippers draft pick, by the way.
Yeah, and you saw what happens when he was on the Clippers.
He just got hurt all the time.
His leg snapped in two.
Yeah.
He didn't get hurt all the time. He got hurt once, and it just ended him.
Yeah.
Which, I'm happy for him to see that he's balling, dude. Because, dude, they didn't think that he would ever be able to play basketball again, you know? So it's good that he's back.
Well, there was a small phase where I think he was starting over Darren Williams in Brooklyn.
Yeah. He's a good player, man.
Yeah.
You can't think that LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time after that game one of the finals, right?
You can't base on one game.
It's the finals where we base who's the greatest and who's not. If you put Michael Jordan in that game as opposed to LeBron James, you swap him out. Jordan in his prime, you think they win that? Or you think Jordan lets Sean Livingston beat him?
I don't know. It depends. The Splash Brothers.
It doesn't depend. Come on.
Now, I know the Splash Brothers didn't play well, but the Splash Brothers created so much attention.
Yeah.
That allowed all those other players to play well.
Let me ask you a question. If you put Michael Jordan and take out LeBron James, who wins that game?
You can't make that case.
What do you mean you can't make the case? We have a podcast. We have to do this type of things to
just
get content.
I'm letting you know.
Can't just be like, you can't do that.
I'm not. I don't have to answer yes or no.
No, it's a yes. If you put Kobe in there instead of LeBron James, it's a yes.
No.
You think LeBron James has that killer instinct?
Yeah.
Come on. How can you say that when Sean Livingston just dropped 20 on him?
He scored over 30 points except for one game.
Yeah.
And all of the 6 games of the finals last year.
What do you watching game one?
That's killer instinct.
What do you think the series is going to be? What do you think the series is going to be?
I think the Warriors are the better team. I want the Cavs, but I think the Warriors are
Why
the better
do you
team.
want the Cavs?
I want LeBron to get on the ring.
Why?
Because of arguments like this.
Just to prove me wrong? To see me?
Just because people say he's not as good as the other players because he doesn't have the rings. But he's in the finals every year.
2-5 in the finals, and after he loses this one, he's going to be he's two championships, 5 losses. He's going to be 2-6.
I still think bringing a team that far into the season is still an accomplishment.
Did you see how far Toronto got?
Yeah.
Are we going to say Toronto's a great team? Or because they were playing in the East? If you put Toronto in the Western Conference Finals, what seed do you think they would have been in? Western Conference?
Well,
7, 8?
Are we going based on how they did in the regular season? Because they won 56 games. They would have probably been like the 3rd or 4th seed.
If you put Toronto In the Western Conference, they have to pay.
So we got to move Toronto to the West Coast of Canada.
West Coast. What do you think? West Coast of Canada.
Yeah.
You meet those King of the Dot battlers that talk about like West Coast lifestyle, but they live in Canada just because it's like on the same coast. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, let's split this. I would say Toronto would be kind of where the Blazers are, like, you know, that fourth, fifth, sixth area.
Nah, man. If you put Toronto against Golden State, just how we had Portland against Golden State, you think they would do as good, or you think they would have been swept?
Maybe they would.
You're
go
such
5
a fucking
games.
bullshitter, dude. You're like, maybe they would do good. Maybe they would. Maybe they wouldn't.
Well, they did. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's not saying much, man. That's not saying much at all.
That's an accomplishment amongst itself. You can't get mad where Toronto is geographically in the world.
LeBron James just destroys the Eastern Conference, right? He just runs through them. First time he plays a legit team, they get beat by Sean Livingston. That's
because the attention was on the Splash Brothers.
Nah, come on, dude. You can't say that. Because when both of them were out of the game, Sean Livingston was still balling.
Yeah,
they were watching them on the bench, make sure they don't try to jump in.
No, it's just like there's still weapons on the Warriors that you still need to watch out for. And Livingston, he was making those 14-footers that he sometimes usually misses.
But you have
they were
Steph
going
Curry,
with the coaching plan, and the coaching plan when it's not Tyronn Lue's fault that the Splash Brothers went like.
No, I think it's LeBron James'
I think
fault.
Tyronn Lue did a good job of keeping the Splash Brothers in check. Draymond Green was still flopping everywhere on the court.
Did you see him try to kick your boy?
Yeah.
I always forget his name. Irving, right? The point guard for the Cavs.
Irving?
Yeah. Did you see him try to kick him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
So Tyronn Lue's game plan worked. It's just Sean Livingston had the game of his life.
Who's your favorite basketball team? Oh, Clippers. Would you like Tyronn Lue to be your head coach?
I'd prefer to have Doc Rivers, but
say Doc leaves and they're looking for a new coach. They're gonna get Tyronn Lue. You would lose your mind if he was your coach, right? You would lose your fucking mind. If you turn on SportsCenter, Clippers announced Tyronn Lue, new president of basketball operations, new head coach of the Clippers, you would lose your mind.
In a good way or bad way?
A bad way. Oh, it's in a good way?
I would probably be like, I wouldn't like the move. I wouldn't like the move.
You would. Why are you so politically correct on this? Because you just don't want me to be right.
No, to be honest,
I'm
naturally someone who doesn't think there's a right or wrong to really anything except for like death and murder and crap like that. Like you shouldn't murder people. We know that. But when it comes to who's the best basketball player in the NBA, it's subjective.
It is subjective, but LeBron James isn't in the conversation. That's what I'm saying.
That's stupid.
Wait, so we've seen game one. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think the outcome's going to be now? You think Cavs get swept?
No, the Cavs are not going to get swept. I would say hopefully Cleveland could steal a game in Golden State. Because if OKC could do it, maybe the Cavs could do it. So
if the Cavs could have stole a game, it would have happened that last game, right?
No.
What are you talking about? When they hold them to 20 points combined, the Splash Brothers, that's the game they should have stole. You think it's going to happen again?
I'm not saying the Splash Brothers, but if the Splash Brothers are getting the attention when they deserve the attention,
but
and they're racking up,
but there was a lot of
shots.
times when they were on the bench, and that's when Golden State kept on making the run.
Yeah, but if you really think about, look at the Cavs roster compared to Golden State.
So now we're taking it down a notch. Now they're not as good as you say they are.
Well, I'm not.
Do you think LeBron James has weapons?
Okay, first of all, earlier in this podcast, if you listen to me, I said Golden State has the better team.
I never listen to this podcast.
I said Golden State has the better team, but I want the Cavs.
So you're saying LeBron James has no help?
I'm saying Irving and Kevin Love are good assets to have. And then you look at some of the role, like I would hate to have J.R. Smith on my team because he shoots the stupidest shots.
Yeah, because he's just an idiot. J.R. Smith's just an idiot. Sometimes he gets.
I would not want who's this Shepard? I would not want him to be my sixth man. I would not want him to be my sixth man. I like Tristan Thompson.
Is this the best squad that LeBron's had besides that Miami Heat squad that won a couple championships?
I think the Miami team was better.
Yeah, I'm saying minus those two, this is the best Cleveland team that LeBron's ever had. Yeah. Because Mo Williams back in the day didn't help him out much, right? No. But then he signed that big contract. That's all that matters. Yeah. So what?
So this is the best team he's had in Cleveland. Doesn't mean they're better than the team he's going against.
Game 5, Game 6. When is it finished?
Is it going 2-2, 1-2?
It goes 2-2, 1-1-1.
Okay, so I would say if Cleveland can still win at home, I'm going to assume they won't though. I would say I can see Cleveland getting 2 at Cleveland. And then when it gets to that 3-game
So
series,
you say it's going to be 2-2?
It will go 2-2.
Okay.
But I can see it going 4-2 when they go back to Golden State, and then Golden State's going to get that momentum like they did with the OKC series and just kind of ended up in Cleveland.
I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm pretty confident that LeBron James won't win the championship. If he wins that championship, I can't turn on SportsCenter for 3 months. There's no... all I do is stay at home and watch sports and, do my little bullshit on my phone.
I'm not going to lie to you. When I was... I had to be 11 when this happened. Maybe 10. When the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl in like 2001, I didn't turn on SportsCenter until the next NFL season started.
And being 11 is that time where you're fully devoted into it. Like that's all you have.
It's funny.
Your team go to championship.
Kurt Warner's lining up all season, and then all of a sudden he starts like, I'm gonna start playing soft.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be afraid to get sacked, and I'm like, dude, it's.
You think that's what it was?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, he ended up getting replaced by Mark Bolger.
Yeah.
And then he got, he signed with New York, and he had issues there. And then he signs with Arizona and starts lighting it up
This
again.
is great for our podcast, so we're talking about Super Bowls that are about 10 years old now, right?
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. So, you're saying 5 games, 6 games? You never gave me an answer.
I want Cleveland to win.
No, I don't want. You want them to win. They're not going to win. We understand that. I want the Lakers to somehow jump into the championship and take it.
It's funny. So you want me to subjectively argue with you, but now you want my objective opinion.
No, I want you to give me an answer. What do you think is going to happen? I understand you want Cavs to win. I
Warriors
want Lakers
in 6
to win.
Probably.
How awesome is that Kobe commercial, the Ghostbusters commercial? Best part of the finals.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's such a hater, dude. Is Kevin Owens the worst man on the microphone of all time?
No,
he does an awful fucking job, dude. Like the whole pretending that he's pissed thing.
Kevin,
it's awful.
To say that Kevin Owens is the worst, that's
okay. He's not the worst, but he's not good at all.
I would say he could be better. But
you look like Kevin Owens,
especially when I wear my basketball gear.
What is your basketball gear?
I don't know. Usually I wear like Under Armour and then wear
the super tight one.
Yeah, man.
No, you don't.
And then I wear a shirt over it. I know better.
Oh, okay.
And
let it fly, man.
I would say speaking about wrestling, the brand split.
Yes.
Not the podcast.
Brand extension.
Yeah.
Extension.
We're the brand split. They'll be the
brand extension.
Okay.
I gave my boy.
So I've heard some things where.
Don't touch me. You laughed at his jokes about me. You put your hand right there. I'll put my hand right here. It's okay.
All right. I don't know what happened to Lex with the dog right now, but chill out. So do you feel?
Fucking Lex, you can't have one episode to ourselves, right? You always have to get involved.
Serious.
Fucking hey, dude.
So they're saying the championship might float on both Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, it goes both.
And they're saying, but now. There's rumors that they might have a title for each show, which I'm not a fan of.
Well, I heard that the USA title was going to go over to SmackDown.
Yeah, like Intercontinental will stay on Raw, and then US will stay on SmackDown.
And then the heavyweight champion floats?
It should float, but now I heard there might be 2 world titles, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Because obviously one's going to be better than the other.
But how can it float so the dude's going to have feuds on SmackDown? When John Cena wins his championship back, he's going to have feuds on SmackDown and Raw?
I would say it would bring in, let's just say... He's having a feud with Seth Rollins, right?
Yeah.
He goes on Raw and has this feud with Seth. I'll say Seth Rollins is on Raw. Has this feud with Seth Rollins, and then he probably does like a promo on SmackDown, and maybe Seth Rollins stops by, or maybe he just does the promo by himself. And he might have a match on SmackDown with somebody else just to have a main event.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to be it. And then they'll transition to a different feud, like a SmackDown feud, maybe a month or 2 later.
So how excited were you for that AJ Styles turn when he turned
heel? Dude, that was the best moment in wrestling, and probably a year.
The 11-year-old kid inside of me was so happy to see John Cena and AJ Styles team up. I was pumped. And the fact that it didn't happen gets me a little upset. Dude, John Cena's the best of all time. You can't hate on John Cena.
He's not the best of all time.
John Cena's the fucking man. I was so excited when he came out. He's the best at cutting promos. He's the fucking man, dude. I love John Cena. We're going to get John Cena on this podcast. I'm making this declaration now.
Okay.
It might not happen soon. It might happen 5 years from now. We're going to get John Cena on this podcast.
We'll get John Cena on here.
And he's going to smack you, say some stupid shit about it. And
I'm
going to help him out, too.
I'll tell John Cena how I feel.
How do you feel about John Cena?
I respect the work he's done in WWE, but at the same time, I feel he was kind of forced down our throats. But he was
for the kids, man.
But now I do respect that he kind of takes a step back. Like, he came back.
But you can't be mad at him because he was forced down your throat.
Yeah, it wasn't his decision. It's not like he's like,
We'll
yo,
take that
Vince.
out of context.
He's like, hey, yo, Vince. I think it's time we force people.
You think that's how it happens?
No.
Okay.
I think Vince goes like, hey, John, we're gonna put you on TV too much. So
John Cena's the man, dude. Because they would have sold those T-shirts, man.
Yeah, he sells.
I love John Cena.
All right,
I was so excited.
I'm not gonna
when he
lie,
came
I don't
out.
hate John Cena as much as I did when he was gonna face The Rock.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have probably stopped watching wrestling if he beat The Rock the first time.
Yeah. But even when he lost, that promo for the second match was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Where he talks about a year of my life wasted, and they make it seem like his divorce was because of The Rock's fault and all that. It's good stuff, man.
So, okay. So, brand split.
Brand extension. It's called the brand extension. That's what we're calling it.
Okay.
So I hate how you patronize me and shit. Like, okay, all right, cool.
it's like you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, all right.
So, top 3 picks for each brand. Go.
So let's do this. Let's go. Let's do the picks right now. I'll be the first pick because I'm Monday Night Raw.
You'll be Monday Night Raw, then I'll be
Okay.
SmackDown, and then how about you be SmackDown and I'll be Raw after?
But how does that make sense, though?
Because I want you to pick from both sides of the scenario. So you're gonna represent Raw.
Don't you just pick who you want the most? Like who's most popular?
No, that's not how it goes. You gotta understand. You gotta understand the business.
You have
aspect.
to balance it out.
Like John Cena, in my opinion, should be on SmackDown
Why?
because he's the biggest star in the WWE in the last
so
decade.
just to bring up SmackDown.
Because since SmackDown has been respected, you bring the biggest star over.
SmackDown's awful, dude.
So kind of like how Undertaker was on SmackDown for like a decade,
Yeah.
and it was the Rock show. Now you bring John Cena over, and maybe at least the kids will be like, "Hey, Dad, I want to watch SmackDown because John Cena's on SmackDown."
I don't want to do it from the business. I want to do it. Who's my favorite?
Okay,
wrestlers.
so
That's
you want
what I
to
wanna
go
do.
your top 3?
I want
my
to do
top
my
3?
favorite wrestlers.
Go.
All right, so I get the first pick. I'm Mr. John Cena with the Ellen DeGeneres patch on his cargo shorts and everything.
Oh, man.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
What's that about?
I guess he went on Ellen or something, and she's like, "Would you wear these?" And he said, "Yeah."
Sellout,
Which
right?
is funny because it's the biggest probably storyline of the year so far.
Yeah.
And he's wearing.
And you
these-
see him laying in the ring with Ellen DeGeneres' stupid ass patch on. It's fucking idiot, dude.
All right.
So I got John Cena first pick.
You got John Cena first pick. Shoot.
I love how you act like you haven't thought about this for the last 2
Nah,
weeks.
because I've been thinking it from the business aspect.
Oh yeah. In case your boy Vince comes calling.
Yeah, you know, like, I've been trying to get into WWE for a long time, man.
Hey, me too, man.
I would say AJ Styles first pick.
All right. Am I a fool because if I get to take Brock Lesnar because he's only going to fight once every 6 months?
Yeah, I don't think you're a fool, but that's a smart pick.
I'm taking Brock Lesnar.
All right, can I? If it's a tag team, can I take them all?
You
in
can't
one
take
pick?
the tag team.
You can't. I can't pick them all in one pick.
No. You think that's what they're going to do on?
I
in the
have a
storyline?
feeling they're gonna do that because
Like,
it'd be done to separate everybody.
Let's be realistic. Like, we know wrestling's fake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's still real to me, but like they're not gonna break up New Day, right?
That's what I'm saying. I would have gone New Day's second pick.
Yeah.
So are we splitting them up or not?
But you think that's what they're gonna do? Because
I
they're gonna
don't-
have a draft, right?
I think
they're gonna have this.
I think they're not gonna split them up.
Yeah, but they're gonna have a draft, right? Like they're gonna
Yeah.
have Shane and Stephanie.
Yeah, I would say so.
How awful! Just on the side note, how awful was the New Day segment on Monday Night Raw where they had Shane McMahon dancing with,
I know.
and then when Stephanie,
Okay, so I think they're gonna actually have Shane run SmackDown because he's the fan favorite too.
no, man, he's Monday Night.
You kind of need to bring these baby. Like I think you bring
But
John.
you can't take everybody that you love off of Raw. It's not how it works out.
Yeah, but that's why you say you have Roman Reigns floating, possibly. You have Seth Rollins, who was the best heel last year until he
Yeah.
got hurt. So you have Seth
But he's
Rollins,
not going to be floated. You're going to have him on Raw,
and
Monday Night
then
Raw?
and then you're gonna also have part-time guys who are start feuds with all these people. Like eventually Triple H will come back and have a feud with somebody.
Is Triple H going to come back?
Not full time, but
Yeah.
he'll have a feud with somebody.
I feel like they only take Triple H when they need him, like because they
Yeah.
had him. They needed him for WrestleMania because they had nobody else.
He wrestles at least once a year, and it's usually either at
Yeah.
WrestleMania or SummerSlam.
But at some point, that has to end, though.
Eventually, but he can still go out there.
He looks good, man.
Yeah.
He looks good with his shirt off. He's
All right,
the
second.
man.
So your second pick.
You know, I'm not throwing homo shit, but he looks good. I can admit that he looks
Your
good.
second pick is Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
All right, my second pick will be Seth Rollins.
Okay, Seth Rollins. And we can't take the champion because he's going to be floating.
Yeah, we'll just say it's floating.
Okay. Let me take a swig of my 40 and think about this.
All right.
What's going on next door, dude?
There's a dude that walks around the neighborhood slinging pizzas.
Oh,
Slinging
pizza.
Pizza.
It's at $5.
I don't know.
We might have to get a pizza. I used to when I did construction at my old shop in Ofalu. There's a guy that slang pizzas for $5, and we would get them. They were delicious. They were just pizzas that they didn't sell that day. So they give him pizzas. Hey, go around Naples and try to sell them.
But like from where?
From whatever store he's at. You think he's just cooking them up in his kitchen?
I don't know. I never seen the boxes or anything.
We should invite the guy up right now and ask him where he got the pizzas from.
Good.
Can you go get him?
No,
I'll buy a pizza. All right. It's good shit. I don't even know what. So we're not drafting New Day.
I would have dropped a New Day second pick.
Okay, but can you do that, or do you have to get them separate? Like that's why I was asking you, though. That's why
I was asking you that.
But I'm asking you, do you think when they have this draft, because they're going to have a draft, right?
I think they're going to draft them together.
So New Day's going to be one commodity.
So I would say New Day will come together, Enzo and Big Cass and the because they have a strong tag division right now. Why would you break up any of these guys?
So you're going to draft them together? You think that's going to happen? So then let's go back. You have the second pick, and you take New Day?
I'll take New Day.
New Day gets on my nerves a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit like, all right, we get it, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but
right?
but they're over.
Yeah, no. All right, so then I'll take Seth Rollins for my third pick then.
Okay, so you pick Seth Rollins. All right. Then for my third pick, I'd probably go...
Dudley Boys. Usos.
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose. I can't stand that.
He gets over too, though.
He's such a motherfucking...
If I had AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, and the New Day on SmackDown, I think I'd do okay.
I don't think so. A New Day's cool, but I mean, like, you want the big dudes. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why you
think Dean Ambrose is ever going to peak more than he's at right now? Or you think this? I think this is what's going to be.
If there's a second world title, he's going to get it no matter what. If there's only one, I think he might have like a.
Isn't the USA title? The U.S. title is
It's not a world
championship.
It's not a world title though.
You can't have two world titles, intercontinental title, and the U.S. title.
So that's what I'm saying. If they do decide to do two titles, he will get.
I was
one.
under the impression the U.S. title was going to go to SmackDown. World Heavyweight Champion's going to stay on Raw.
No, it's going to be because they're considered.
Are you guys okay right now? I see some sign language going on.
The U.S. and Intercontinental.
You look super
title.
nervous right now. Is Lush One coming up with some stuff right now? Lush, I had a day party / show Sunday afternoon from 3 to 8 p.m. I'm talking to Lush all the way up into the show. What time you going to show up? I'll be there at 5. Cool. Never shows up, which is, you know what? Hey, you're probably doing something. It's not a big deal. But then he texts me like at 6.
What do you think he's doing?
just Bible study. It's a Sunday.
Going to the 6th layer of hell?
It's just, Bible study. But then he texts me like at 6 o'clock. He's like, brother, I was so confused. I didn't know it was today. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, we've been text messaging each other for the last week about this show. Is that just an excuse that he came up with, or you really think he's just that lost?
Both.
Dude, right now on YouTube, there's interviews from Rap Grid, and they're interviewing Lush One. He's just sitting on a couch. Best interviews I've ever seen. When the dude just like lets loose, it's amazing.
Yeah.
If you see the way that guy really thinks, he's the man, dude.
Yeah, he's dope.
Dude, Lush is great. He's very creative. I know how you hate that we're talking about battle rap on this podcast right now, but
hey, you
seem super frustrated.
Okay. As we're bringing Daily Duels back,
Yeah.
I'm openly because I brought this up to you last night. I'm willing to battle at Daily Duels. I'm trying to get Vince Lex to do a 2-on-2 with me, but if not, I'm willing to battle Daily Duels. And to raise you to make it a better battle, I accepted an iEvolve battle the week after.
What does that mean?
So, I'm battling at iEvolve July 16th. We're doing July 9th,
You're like
right?
the worst businessman ever. Yeah.
I want you to find me someone to battle at Daily Duels.
Who you battling at iEvolve?
Raw.
You're just like a bad business. Like, why would you open yourself up to a battle the week after? So now, like, they think I can see you battle here, I can see you battle here.
No.
Just the demand is that big?
Yeah, man. Like, if I said I was coming back to battle rap, I'd probably get a few leagues hitting me up.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. You're Mr. 2 million, right?
3 million.
Oh, excuse me, man.
Yeah.
Lex, what's your biggest battle? I didn't mean to disturb the whole kissy face thing you're doing with the dog. Ooh, 300K. What's yours, Brian?
3 mil.
3 mil. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. So can you say who you're battling at iEvolve?
Raw.
I don't know who that is. Is that the white dude?
That's the guy who left his girl in the car.
You gonna talk about that, right?
Yeah.
About just making his wife,
Yeah,
girlfriend,
if
baby
he's gonna
mama,
listen to this podcast,
sister.
then no, I won't. But
Oh yeah.
okay. Off the topic of anything we do.
I love how you like break your hand.
This
like
might get a little awkward. Your girls here.
Okay.
What's your worst dating experience?
Worst dating experience? I don't really go on dates though. Like I was a broke kid in the hood. I didn't
Okay,
go
well,
on
just
dates.
give me an example of something awkward that's happened with you and a woman.
Let me think about it. Tell me yours. Let me think. I honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Let me think about it. I'm a pretty damn smooth guy.
Are you pretty smooth?
Yeah, pretty smooth guy.
So I actually, I've accepted the role of I get friend zoned a lot, and so there's this one time I took out a female, and I bought her probably with us combined at least over $50 worth of drinks, and she's
big spender, dude.
And she's kind of like, well, you're still part of my own damn money. I
understand.
So we were like, hanging out, getting close, flirty, whatever. And I come back.
I want to see that? Like, I just want to like kick back at the bar, like at the end of the bar, just me and Young, want to just watch what happens. Like, 'cause I'm so curious.
So
like, I can't imagine you trying to like going for moves or anything.
So I take her back to my place, and I had a friend.
Were you living solo, or were you living with?
This is before I lived in Pomona.
So you living with your parents?
No, this is a different apartment.
Okay, by yourself?
No, with somebody else, but there's no reason to bring them up.
Ooh.
So
because Lex is here.
Yeah. So I had my other friends staying over, and
wait, your roommate that was there, or you had somebody else spending the night?
I had my roommate, and then I had my friend who needed a place to stay, so he was crashing on the couch.
For like he needed, just for that night, or he was like living at your spot.
It was like for the weekend.
Okay.
And I bring her back to my place, and all of a sudden, like, my door closes, and she's in there with him.
Oh.
And I found out later she gave him a hand job.
No way.
And I'm like, I took you out.
And you spent $50.
Yeah, but drinks. Good thing it was November 5th, and V for Vendetta was on. It was my favorite movie. So while my boy's getting a hand job upstairs, I'm watching V for Vendetta.
You're the man, dude. And then what happened? How'd you find out what she did?
Because I
don't feel comfortable saying hand job. It sounds weird.
I texted my friend
while he was in the bedroom.
No, like
you seem like the type to be like, "What's going on?"
No.
You guys need anything?
I'm like, hey, dude. I'm about to make a.
Wait, it was your bedroom too?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's nuts, man.
So I texted him.
And did you go sleep in there that same night?
No.
Okay.
So I texted.
You just accepted that they were in the bedroom by themselves, and you just crashed on the couch in your place.
Yeah.
With the guy that was spending the weekend at your place.
Yeah, apartment. He didn't. So
You're such a good friend.
So I texted him like, what happened, and then he was like, oh, nothing happened, and I was like, bullshit. So
you texted him the next morning, or like, because there had to be a time where she walked out, or what happened? Give me step by step.
I believe she spent the night.
Nice, in your bed.
So
while you were on the couch.
So she left, and then I texted him like, what happened, and he was like, nothing, and I was like,
in the morning you texted
him.
And
he was like, you can tell me.
Because you never saw each other. Like, he was texting you in your bedroom.
No, I think he left or something. And then I was like, what happened? And he's like, nothing. And I was like, you can tell me. And he's like, yeah, I got a hand job.
Nice. Do you want to say her name on the podcast?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, come on, dude. It's good for the podcast.
Nah, dude.
Can I go spend the night at your house?
Yeah. Yeah, man. You get a free hand job if you pay like $10 at our apartment. From either me or Lex, though.
But you handled it well, man. I mean, what are you supposed to do now?
You're supposed to watch V for Vendetta. It's November 5th.
Yeah, you're supposed to. What are you supposed to do? You're not going to bust in the bedroom and be like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then accidentally get hit with something. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen? There's like a clip on. It's like I see it on Facebook. Where like the cameraman, he was filming a porno. And the dude's like finishing up whatever he's doing, and the cameraman gets hit. And he's like, "Give me a fucking napkin! Give me a fucking napkin!" That's me. You seen it? That's me the worst job of all time. They can't pay you enough for that stuff, right?
Yeah. So what's yours?
I honestly I can't. I've never been on dates and stuff. When I was like 18, there was a time. Yeah, thanks for this fucking awkward position that you put me in. You could at least give me a heads up and like text me like, "Hey." Like, why would you do this to me? Like, why you like? I don't understand it. But there was probably a time where I was like 18, and me and some girl were just like drinking at some party, and I drunk way too much, and I ended up like throwing up all over the party, and I don't even know what happened to her, and I probably never text her again. Dude, the amount of times that Young One's been there, I've thrown up a lot, like at parties and stuff.
Dude,
it's
I don't know what my issue is. Like,
in Young One's car while he was sleeping with Sadie.
I didn't touch that.
Second podcast we talk about it.
There was this
it's going to stick. It's going to stick.
Why?
Go ahead.
There's this one time.
What did you do last? Oh, you walked last night.
Yeah.
If you didn't walk last night, what have you done?
I probably would have gone back to Arizona.
Okay, it's a cop out answer. Go ahead, and I'm sorry.
There's this one time, me and this chick were like about, I guess, going to date,
Ooh.
And she
like Lex gets uncomfortable when you start talking about this thing. I looked over at Lex and he rolled his eyes when you said this.
He has the same look she has.
Yeah, like when yeah, exactly.
And she invites me to her work, but I was already doing something else.
What does something else mean?
Like, I think I was hanging out with Lex. So I don't go, and she stops texting me after that.
After you said you can't go?
Yeah, I was like, I'm busy tonight.
And she just stopped, and you texted her, she never responded back?
Yeah. And then one day, it was like her birthday, and I was like, oh, happy birthday. Just, I guess, being nice, or just trying to see if I could restart something.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, who's this? And I was like...
No, you got the who's this, and you never responded?
Yeah, I didn't respond.
Hey, you're a better man than me, because I'll be like, Baca, I can't go out like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I would, I would be sitting on this couch alone right now, you know what I'm saying? So, that's cool, man. So, what's your current situation right now? You just looking... You got a podcast, man. We got tens of listeners. Put it out there, man.
On my taxes, I'm single.
Nice. So just if something happens with somebody other than Lex, it's going down.
Yeah, I guess so. You know,
it's a big moment, right? Like when I get in a relationship, I introduce him to my family. You introduce him to Lex. That's like a big moment, right?
I don't think I've dated anyone that Lex likes.
Oh, why is that? Just jealousy.
Maybe I'll start being like, hey bro, I can't hang out, I'm going to go out with her, and then he'll be like, yo, we used to hang out, you know.
Just to kill trip, right?
And then I break up with her, and then he'd be like, yo, I told you, she wasn't.
I told you she was a hoe.
Yo, I told you she was a bitch, right?
Let's save that, because I want to get back into that, and I want to talk about Lex's relationship too. So, but he's gonna get on the next week's episode, so we'll talk about it. So your three that you got on your SmackDown roster are who? It's not, because recap for people that don't listen.
Like, let's transition to that, to the most virgin thing we talk about on the show.
Dude, there's sometimes... No, listen, because, like, I'm involved in hip-hop, and, like, I'll be talking about wrestling. I'm like, yeah, man. Like, I joke about it a lot, too. Like, I gotta get home and watch wrestling, man. And they're like, what the fuck? You watch wrestling? I'm like, yeah. But then I'm like, but I tell people, like, there's storyline, and I appreciate the athletic prowl of everything. Yeah. But then there's sometimes where I like, who's that partnership right now with Goldust and the black dude?
The Golden Truth.
Yeah, and they walk down and they're like rapping and there's karaoke and it's like, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in my life, man? I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this bullshit.
Yeah, there's
times where like you're like, damn, what am I doing?
I like Golden Truth out there, man.
Such a
you see like a 48-year-old Goldust getting down to hip hop. That's pretty dope.
It's just it's super weird, man. And then there's sometimes where, like, wrestling's just racist as fuck, man.
It could be racist.
We talked about Eddie Guerrero. They had a storyline where he went back to get his GED, and then he went to prom with Gina. And it was just like, come on, dude. Enough's enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but let's talk about the tweet that you got on SmackDown.
The New Day,
like,
man.
Well, we still do this wrestling thing.
Yeah.
You got New Day.
I got AJ Styles.
And
I got Dean Ambrose. I
got Brock Lesnar. The greatest of all time, John Cena.
That's bullshit.
Look, when John Cena came out and cut that promo, you can't tell me you weren't excited.
No, when John Cena came out
with the Ellen DeGeneres patch on his
and
hip.
then I was like, oh, this is cool because all these guys are coming back from injury and it makes the roster bigger.
Yeah.
And then once the AJ Styles music hit, I was like,
you
this is it.
Just creamed in your pants all over the couch,
like,
right?
I was like, yo, my number one pick's coming out right now. And when he shook hands with John Cena, I was like, this is actually a big moment. The crowd was going nuts. And then...
But you were like, this is bullshit, right?
Well, then No, I actually didn't think it was bullshit. I was like, you're taking the biggest indie guy versus the biggest WWE guy. I was whatever about it. But then when he attacked Johnson, because I didn't think the WWE would have the balls to make AJ Styles a heel.
Yeah, no, man. There's
no
way.
It wasn't the fact that it was John Cena. It was the fact that they actually made him a heel, which I never thought in a million years they would do. I guess they thought they could pull it off before he got too babyface.
Because there's no way that John Cena could ever be a heel, right? There's no way.
There's no way. There's no way. But if they ever wanted, if someone else was able to come up and take John Cena's spot, which I don't see happening,
like a long-haired Samoan dude with green eyes, something like that.
Oh, like Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's not necessarily getting over.
Yeah. No.
So
you know, on SmackDown they mute the boos and like the chairs and all that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna happen when it goes live.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
So
about 5 hours of wrestling every week's a lot, isn't it? Of live wrestling.
That's why I think they're gonna do the brand extension.
Yeah.
So each show has its own identity.
Yeah.
So when you
It's
watch
still
Raw, you're not
wrestling,
watching.
though.
When you watch SmackDown,
Yeah.
you see something different.
But it's still good. And then what about when they have a pay-per-view? So you can have a 3-hour pay-per-view on Sunday, 3 hours of Raw on Monday, and then 2 hours of SmackDown on Tuesday. That's a lot to
I
handle.
think they should.
And then somebody like you is going to watch NXT on Wednesday?
Yeah, of course, dude.
Oh,
NXT's
awful.
NXT
It's awful.
is better than Raw most weeks.
It's awful. What, you like the actual wrestling or the storylines? I'm so drunk right now
I
with this 40 ounce.
Well, okay. It's
Don't touch me. It's fine.
It's the cool thing about NXT right now is it's the concept of like when are they bringing these guys up and then why are they still here and where did they come from? Because NXT where the WWE kind of likes having WWE guys. NXT kind
WWE guys like a big, huge.
like the guys they build. Like we developed
like
this
there's
guy.
no history before them. Right?
Yeah. So NXT will bring people from Japan and TNA and
Hey, you're not allowed to say that name, dude.
yeah,
You're not allowed to
Ring of
say
Honor.
DNA. Nah,
It's
relax,
funny.
dude.
So it's funny
Chill
because
out,
every
homie.
time it's a TNA star, they're like, yeah, they've had a strong independent career. But if it's from if it's Japan, like,
Don't name them.
this guy came from New Japan.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's like NXT's about like where do these guys come from, and now they're all meeting in the same place. Whereas the WWE is just a big mash of a bunch of wrestlers. Some of them are hit or miss, you know. Like I don't like seeing Roman Reigns. I understand why he's where he's at.
Why is he? Because of the way he looks, right?
It's the way
big,
he
strong
looks.
dude.
It's
beautiful eyes.
Yeah, it's the way he looks. It's being part of the Rock family.
Which he's not, though, right? They're not actual cousins.
They are.
I've heard that they're not actual cousins.
They're
Every Samoan dude that comes up, they just say he's the cousin of the
No,
Rock.
I think they're distant cousins.
Yeah, all right. I've read and I've heard that they're not related at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard that they're more distant than they give off.
yeah.
Like
Well,
Roman
of course.
Reigns is related to the Usos, and the
Usos is so dope, man.
and the Usos are related to Rikishi, and through that, he's related to The Rock. They're so far
Yeah,
off from
no,
the
for
spectrum.
sure.
Yeah,
Dude, Usos is so dope. I know you don't like him, but the Usos are fucking dope, man.
I like the Usos' athleticism, but I get a little annoyed when they're on the mic.
Yeah, I get annoyed when Kevin Owens is on the mic because you know what, Michael? You want to see the best? I'll show you the best. It's stupid.
I
dude.
think he's a decent heel.
You like that
'cause
Kevin Owens impression? It's nice,
he's
right?
gonna get booed, and I
This
think
is really helping our female listeners go up. Right
Yeah,
now.
like-
45 minutes on wrestling.
Yeah.
And then the episode before this was 45 minutes on basketball.
yeah.
It's good stuff, man. Dude, the fact that they throw around these microphones in WWE, those are expensive microphones. I'm shocked
Yeah.
every time they're like just chucking them around,
I
dude.
know. Maybe that little box around it protects
Nah,
it.
it doesn't, man. It's nuts. And they're all like wireless, just like super expensive microphones, and they're just chucking it. You know, Vince McMahon has to be losing his mind every time he's like.
I don't know.
watching.
I think he's just like, yeah, that was good heel work. But I feel like if Heath Slater threw the mic, he'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, what the fuck is Heath Slater doing?
That's good shit.
and then
man.
and then you're gonna find out like later that week, Heath Slater's
It's
released.
been released from the WWE. Are you watching Camp WWE?
No,
You don't fuck
I
with
saw
it
the
because it
first
breaks the kayfabe, so you don't fuck with it, right?
No, it's just I don't. The Edge and Christian show is better.
There's no way. There was no way, and we've discussed this before, just off the mic. There's no way the Edge and Christian show is good at all. There's no way.
You haven't watched it.
But I've seen the clips, the trailers where they try
The
to dice
trailers-
people to
the
watch it.
trailers
It
don't
looks
give it
awful.
justice.
It looks so fucking
trailers
bad,
do not
dude.
give it
It looks so.
justice.
Look, Christian should thank God every day for Edge, right? That Edge came into his life. He should thank God for Edge because Christian is nobody.
You know what, Christian?
Fuck Christian.
When
Fuck
he
Christian.
when he was
You get the 40 ounce
independently
kicking it.
when he was in TNA, he was the big guy. He was the John
Yeah, but
Cena of
what's that
TNA.
saying? That's not saying anything.
But
it's
it's
like saying when
saying-
you're the big guy in IE
Yeah,
Fall,
but-
you're like the main man, dude.
It's funny because there's like hipster wrestling fans,
Yeah.
internet wrestling, that don't watch the WWE at all. They just watch indie wrestling.
Who,
So
I want you
so
to introduce me to
Christian
these
was the
people.
big
I want
guy-
you to show me these guys. I want to meet them. I want to sit down. I want to talk to these people that watch wrestling but they don't watch WWF,
Okay.
WWE, whatever, same shit.
yeah, man, you're
I
about
want
to
you-
get sued.
I heard I
Oh.
heard that in DNA right now, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy have this big feud going on.
Sure,
Is it good? Or you just don't fuck with it?
I don't fuck with it.
That's too mainstream now for you? I don't get it.
No, it's not
I don't
good.
figure out you're hipsters because like sometimes you're on some, and then sometimes you care about basketball, which is anti-hipster, and then sometimes you will jeans that have holes in them. I don't get it. Did you put that hole in your jeans, or it just happened like
no,
that?
it just happened.
Just naturally.
I used to wear these at work, and then I got on one knee to help a kid, and it just like.
So you got on one knee to help a kid, and you heard a split. You heard something rip, and you just prayed to God that it was your knee, and not your backside, right?
Yeah, not my backside, not my ACL, man. Like,
Oh yeah. just go down, right?
Yeah,
you
like,
might have got a contract with the Clippers when that happened, or the 76ers.
Yeah, like if I tore my ACL, I could probably get drafted.
Yeah, get drafted by the Sixers, man. You're good to go.
Speaking of when you said WWF and animals, how do you feel about that gorilla getting shot?
Listen, if my son or daughter, look, the parents did a bad job by letting their son jump into, it's a fucking gorilla with the gorilla pit.
Yeah.
How long weren't you looking at you after your kid? And did he fall in? I don't know. Did he fall in?
I think he fell in.
That's a pretty big fall, right?
Yeah.
Or he crawled in? Heaven forbid, Lex, we just have a conversation with just me and Brian. You have to get involved, right?
So
You're
did
so
he fall
fucking
in?
selfish.
Because every time I read an article, it says fall in. So.
It said fall in, but you saying he crawled in?
Well, you crawled to the top and then he fell in.
So he fell in. Why are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking
Lex,
kidding me right now?
Just in case the mic didn't pick that up. Hold on. Just in case the mic didn't pick that up.
Are you fucking nuts?
Lex said he crawled and then fell
Are
in.
you fucking nuts right now? Holy shit,
No,
dude.
because he had to like crawl over the wall, and then he had to like crawl over a fence, and then he fell over that.
There's no way. So he crawled over a wall and a fence and then he fell in?
Yeah.
So he fell in.
So he fucking fell in, alright? Holy shit, dude. You guys are the fucking worst of all
Fucking 4
time.
steps
You guys
later,
are
though.
fucking awful,
That was
dude.
the first time Baca and Brian had you agree on something.
Bullshit, man. You guys are fucking
But
nuts.
like 4 steps later, like he had to do a bunch of shit. before he
I
fell
understand.
in. It's not like he
I
was walking and
understand.
was just in there all
But
of a
he
sudden.
fell in to the gorilla pit.
After he climbed up and then he fell from the top, so he had to climb first.
Okay, whatever.
So he fell. So he was on top and he fell in.
After he climbed.
Okay, all right.
After
Thank you.
the climb.
After he walked up.
Wait,
So he
wait.
walked in. I'm
So
sorry.
he fell in.
He fell in.
Okay.
Fuck, are you guys,
Okay.
you guys, how do you fucking live your life? I don't fucking get it. Are you fucking nuts? Is this the kind of conversations that you guys have and shit? Oh my
I
god.
don't talk to them unless they're
Oh
here.
my
What are you
god.
talking
That's-
no,
that's-
I'm talking about in life. These are the type of.
This is why we're doing.
I couldn't believe
This is
it.
why we do the podcast,
No.
and these guys sometimes jump in.
If my son.
we should have a special brand split someday where it's just vodka gravas and Lex, and I want to see how
Oh yeah,
they
we
can
should.
pull. I want to see how
We
they
should
can
do a
pull.
segment. We should do a segment last 15 minutes. Faka, I battle and you battle too, and you're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Then, I'm up to about 300K. I mean, dude, you should get there too. Like, honestly, no hating on you. Like, King of Dogs hating on you. Yeah, I mean, just it'll be awesome. We should do that. We should do a segment, 10-minute segment. It'll be awesome. It'd be great. Oh, so you think Golden State's good? Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, I don't agree, but I respect your opinion. It's fine. It's fine. We both, I can see where you're coming from. I can see where you're coming from.
We'll have our flaws.
Yeah, we all have a flaw.
Yeah, we all have a
Dude, for the people that didn't listen, last week's episode, what was the name of last week's episode? What did you name it?
Scooby doing
Scoop. Why is it Scooby doing? I don't get it.
because when Raw left his girl in her car, we said she
She
left the car Scooby doing for
That's
men.
nice, dude. Why are you battling this guy?
Well, I don't know. It was for $50, and
Oh shit! Excuse me.
I don't work the month of July, so
No,
I was like, why
hey,
not?
No, you might take the $50, dude. Listen, if my son daughter falls in and the gorilla's holding her, I hope that we do whatever we have to do to get my son or daughter back to safety.
I agree because I was gonna say
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
got to
you
be
have to-
there's got to be a protocol in place when
Yeah.
that thing
Or
happens.
something happens.
And
But you should also hold the parents accountable
Exactly.
for how did this happen, and if something needs to happen, they have to review the living situation of this
Because-
kid. You have to.
because my heart says the gorilla shouldn't have been shot, but my brain's like,
fuck the gorilla, dude.
chill out, dude. That's
Like, who
racist. That's
cares?
racist.
That was racist.
So
That was racist, right?
so there's certain protocols in place though, because if the gorilla actually did something to the kid,
They would have said, why didn't they do
the
this?
zoo would have done.
Yeah.
Would have probably got sued or something. So shoot the gorilla, save the kid, and get some heat on
And
the
then you
internet.
follow up like what's going on. But we live in the country, we kill more about animals than we do about humans, right?
Like the Michael Vick thing.
The Michael Vick thing. When Michael Vick signed the Pittsburgh Steelers, there were people protesting. How could you let this man that kills animals, that kills dogs, on a team? But Ben Roethlisberger, you have your 7-year-old kid have a Ben Roethlisberger jersey, and he's
like
raped
raping
women.
half of Pittsburgh.
No, but for the people that don't know, he had his two bodyguards stand in front of a bathroom while he went in with a woman who, what she says is she didn't want to be in there with this man alone, and he said make sure nobody comes inside. But that's okay. But Michael Vick does what he has to do, and there's heat on it.
So
I'm not saying he did what he had to
who's
do,
calling
but-
you right now?
No, it's my timer saying it's time to get the next episode. So that's how organized
That's
I
how
am.
professional you are.
Yeah, that's how professional I am. Listen, I have a notepad. I have these notes, and I wanted to have these topics that we want to talk about, but I left it at home, so we'll just wing it for now.
Cool. I got some topics going. I guess we can bring up next episode.
We've gone for long enough, man, and I'm frustrated that Lex D and the young one said that the child fell in. So
yeah. Well, it's funny because my MC Prototype.
No, he qualled in.
MC Prototype told me today actually. I know he wanted me to trick you into this, but I think it's best if I just
let's save it for next episode. Let's save it for next episode.
Next episode?
Okay, yeah, let's save it for next episode.
All right, cool.
I don't fuck Prototype for trying to trick me into
You don't fuck
anything.
Prototype?
Yeah, fuck Prototype. Sign us out, man.
I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, I've had so much to drink so far, dude. It's on you, man.
Yo, that was the brand split. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good evening.
I think it's pretty much just gentlemen, to be honest with you. Let's be honest with ourselves.
That's true.
We did 45 minutes on
This whole episode, Lex has just been like stalking me in the shoulder of excitement.
We out, baby.
All right.